You are going to be part of something really special. And April is going to be probably one of the most important months you actually had in the last probably 36 months. The reason why is there are going to be so many things going on actually. It's very important for me to say, and it's very important for me to stress that you are going to find yourself in a slightly unusual situation. In particular, when it comes to the 20th and the 21st of April, this is going to be the moment in time when you're going to find something quite very, very interesting, and purely because something quite spectacular is actually going to be revealed to you. On the 20th and the 21st of April, this is going to mark the whole new starting point when it comes to you, because after this moment in time, after this point, after this revelation, you're not going to be able to think in a different way anymore. You're not going to be able to focus in the same way anymore. You're not going to be able to focus in the same way anymore. You're not going to be able to just basically go and do things that you normally do without having this absolutely beautiful moment in time constantly going through your mind. It is good, it is very good, and it's quite a wonderful moment in time because it's going to show you the way out of the situation. You will know what the way out of the situation is going to be, but in particular the situation that was mind-boggling for you, that was really preventing you to move on, and it was taking you actually even more out of you than you can possibly imagine. And it's purely down to the fact a lot that was actually unfolding over the past 24 months. It is very much so going to be all around it, but this is going to be absolutely fantastic moment in time because the whole new idea is going to come out of it. The whole new option is going to come out of it, and the biggest realization ever, something that is just going to take your attention and something that is going to help you so much with the time when you couldn't understand certain things that you have done, at the time when you couldn't understand certain things, the way you were acting and reacting towards the certain situation, when you couldn't understand your own reflection. This is purely because basically it was coming from deep from within you. It was coming right from your subconscious mind. You were guided by the guardian angels at some point in time in your past. You're still guided indeed, but when it comes to this particular point, it's coming from your reaction that caused something like a chained reaction in the past, and basically now it's just kind of changed the plans for you because basically it did not turn out to be the way you wanted it to be. So that's why it changed your plans a little bit. What happened in the last, let's say 24 months that actually didn't work out the way you wanted to work out, and then right at that moment in time there was a slight change of direction, something that came out of the blue, something that surprised you, something that it was required from you to act in a certain way, and it had to be done really quickly, but also on another hand you simply had to make sure that at the same time you just go with the flow, you go with along, because you had certain responsibilities. You had to think about yourself, you had to think about your future, your immediate future, and your security and power. And this is nothing unusual because we have got responsibilities in life that we have to do, we have to go by, and sometimes we just can't basically just move on basically because we want to move on. Sometimes we just have to go along until we reach the certain point, an important point. My point here is this is going to be so important when it comes to this moment in time. It's going to be so important because at the same time it is just to do with let's say an unfinished business that you kind of left behind. It changed your direction a little bit, and now you are for once going to have another new opportunity to actually act on it, but on another hand it's going to bring something very important out of you. The whole new starting point is going to take place here, because you are once again going to be provided with an opportunity that is going to come through the certain realization, and also you're going to be surrounded by the people that you're not normally surrounded by, and you're also going to be going through the situation that you're not normally go through. And that in itself, sorry, I'm just going to change the oh my lord, this is keep on happening on like every video now. I'm gonna have to change this, sorry. I just have to, this gets like really hot. Yeah, so basically this is going to be like the moment in time that is just basically going to once again provide you with a really wonderful opportunity. The difference is that back then, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you weren't ready. It wasn't the right time. You simply needed to go through certain things. You simply needed to have your journey, your spiritual journey advanced to such a point when it's extended in a certain way to provide you with a certain and necessary experience that you're actually going to have, and you gained over the last time. You gained a certain experience over the last 24 months, and it's all individually up to you to try to realize and see what actually happened that kind of changed your direction a little bit. So now this is going to be direct result of this, but it's important because it's boiled down to the actual turning point that you are going to have. You will be surrounded by the people that you actually don't, that you wouldn't normally be surrounded by, and this is also going to make you feel in a certain way, in a different way. So therefore, something is going to be required from you, and your reaction is going to be different. Now, this is when things are going to change, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant, okay? Very important moment in time when it comes to the 20th and the 21st of April, indeed. And now, I also want to say to you, I want to stress that this is also going to help you to reach the conclusion to the problem that was really bothering you, and it was preventing you to move on, and it was also causing like a unnecessary pressure, you know, overburdened feelings and things like that. This in itself is just going to set you on a journey. It's going to become an absolutely remarkable turning point when it comes to you and when it comes to your wheel of fortune, indeed, my gorgeous Sagittarini. This is very important because it's going to rejuvenate you. It's going to bring you healing after this moment, after that time. Almost immediately you're going to feel so much better, and it's going to help you to reach the highest levels, the highest peak of your own creativity through your own optimism. And now this is when you're going to start feeling yourself. And now when if you felt lost in the last few months, now you're just going to start feeling the ground underneath the earth. It is going to be very important moment in time when it comes to your spirituality, your psychic feelings, your intuition, but above all, the actual grounding that you needed, the grounding that you actually missed, and you will only realize once you reach this important stage. It is going to be followed by the actual competition that you're actually going to have on the 20th and the 21st of April 2020. There is going to be the competition that is going to come out of it. You're going to find it quite challenging, and that competition is going to come in the form of you doing something very important and quite significant for the first time. But it's to do with what you do, it's to do with your skills, it's to do with what you focus on, it's to do with your do for living, you know, and it's most certainly to do with you going on the next stage of your life, next stage of your journey. I have to say, please be brave as much as you can, because you need to feel ready. And now this is the first time after a long time that you're actually going to feel ready with something uncertain, because there are going to be levels of uncertainty, but most certainly this is going to stem and it's going to come from the lost opportunity once at some point in time. And now it's going to provide you with a wonderful realization that this is most certainly going to be the right thing to do. It's to do with you, it's to do with your future, but it's also with the new understanding that you're going to have at the same time. But it's so important when it comes to your personal expansion in so many different ways, and not only when it comes to your work, career, and things that you do, your hobby, but it's also when it comes to your mentality, and also when it comes to your spirituality. You are going to find yourself like on a rather wise level. And also throughout April, you know, you're going to feel this deepness, you're going to feel this wiseness, business. And this is nothing unusual, my babies, because from the very first of April, a lot of negative energy is going to shift, and you're going to realize how much was this negative energy actually affecting you, and that it's going to set you on the journey. It's going to set you on the path, and it's going to motivate you already with a burst of energy. It's going to be absolutely fantastic, bombastic situation, and important news you're also going to hear, and that particular important news is going to help you to feel on top of the world, but it's also going to help you that you are absolutely reaching a very important stage of your life, very important stage of your journey, very important stage of your spiritual path indeed. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, and it's for April 2020. So it's for you, my gorgeous Sagittarius, and it's for April 2020. And of course, your number is going to be number 3. Oh my Lord, number 3. It's a very powerful number, and it's all about an absolutely remarkable progress towards your future, progress towards your perfection, progress towards a whole new perspective that you are going to have at the same time. But the balance is going to be absolutely wonderful, very important and very unique, because now you're not going to kind of like blame yourselves or something, and there is not going to be that self-denial that you had because you thought that this is maybe not going to happen as of yet. So this is going to the April is going to bring you also an element of surprise when it comes to an unfoldment of a very important stage, when it comes to your next stage of whatever you are doing. It's going to be very, very interesting indeed. It's about an important progress, and also on another hand, it's about the actual absolutely fantastic influence that you are going to have at the same time, who's going to confirm something absolutely remarkable for you. And it's going to happen in a strange way, in a bizarre way, throughout the actual synchronicity. Someone is going to confirm something to you, but it's going to happen through the actual synchronicity, and you will know that this is your own particular confirmation indeed. On another hand, the motivation is just going to be absolutely fantastic, and it's going to help you to release yourself from so many negativities, and you will know this. This is number 3. It's a very important number when it comes to your personal progress, but also feeling yourself, feeling all that energy, feeling all that excitement, like really wonderful, because you are going to be like a magnet, for things and people that you want to happen. And this is why it's really important to understand, Sagittarini, that in April in particular, the power of your mind is going to be ridiculously strong and powerful, and people are going to be able to feel you and to sense you like in so many different ways. And it's not really good to use this energy for something negative or something like that. Of course, I'm not saying that you would do it, but just use it for the things that you want to achieve, because you're going to be that much stronger. You're going to be that much more powerful. When you say something, throughout April, you're going to have the power with your mind. You're going to have a power with your look. You're going to have a power with your eyes that is going to be absolutely super powerful and super strong. So therefore, you will be achieving quite a lot. It's going to be quite magnetic energy that you are going to have. Okay. Also, on another hand, number 3 is saying that you are reaching an absolutely remarkable moment in time when it comes to your own progress, and that in particular, it's to do with the honor, the greatest honor in time you're going to feel. This is brilliant, and somebody's going to feel so proud of you and your success and your achievement, and that is going to mean to you so much, and it's going to enhance your strength and enhance your power, because this is going to mean to the world of absolutely everything to you. On another hand, it's just so much so to do with an absolute fulfillment that you are going to feel, and the certain capability that you do, that you need to do, that you need to brush up on something that you are capable of, and you still need to kind of work on it a little bit more. You need to pay attention a little bit more. You need to project a little bit of energy towards that, because there is some kind of unfoldment waiting for you there, and it's so important because it's to do with your destiny and the next stage of this particular journey. You're also going to make an important start here, an important idea you're going to have, which is going to lead towards an absolutely remarkable moment in time, and December 2020 is going to be absolutely ooh la la, rada vava vumish, because December 2020 2020, of course, it's your time when your vibration, your personal vibration is like super powerful anyway. But now this is going to be remarkable, because the idea that you are going to have, this is how mentally you're going to be strong when it comes to manifestation. So that's why I'm saying you need to do as much as you can, especially when it comes to planning and having ideas. You don't even need to start anything. It's just to do with your mind, because the idea that you're going to have, it's going to take off in December 2020, and it's going to be huge, it's going to be important, it's going to be powerful, it's going to be the beginning of your own rebirth, when you can prove something to yourself, but to the other people as well. This is going to come from the peak of your own power, but this is only going to be the beginning indeed. It's going to come through the idea, and then slowly you're going to have a vision, and then later on the wake-up call, the big wake-up call, it's going to come out of it, and it's going to require from you to shaky thingies, shake things up a little bit in order to get where you need to get. But it's to do with this bravery that gives you this power, that gives you the self-esteem to push you towards that situation that you wouldn't normally do. And this is what your passion does. You see, I do this because it's a fire, it's the passion within you which is going to come out, and nothing is going to stop it, my gorgeous Sagittarini, nothing. This is important to say, because it's not just any time, but it's to do with the rewards from hard work, and all those times that was dragging and you didn't see enough like a outcome. Now most certainly you are going to see. This is so important time of success, which is going to lead towards an ultimate change. April 2020, my gorgeous Sagittarius, you are walking through the doors, important, powerful doors, which are going to change your life. Slowly. It's all about redirecting a little bit and finding yourself on the other side of this wonderful spiritual bridge that you are going to do, that you are going to have. So this is how you can imagine, how you can think about the power of April, and the way April is actually going to have an influence and impact on you, my gorgeous Sagittarius. Indeed, it's about the strength and power and the control over a situation and the courage. You know, you're gonna deal with some kind of situation that is very personal to you, and it's very important for you to sort it out, because this is emotionally kind of draining you. So you are going to be dealing with a situation like involving somebody else, but also you're going to need to sort it out because it's been draining you quite a lot. And this is also going to come out of this absolutely wonderful strength that you're actually going to have here. It's important to say that it's all about the confidence, accomplishment, and absolutely wonderful moment in time when it comes to the actual determination. You will know, my babies, you know, Sagittarius, this is important to say. You will know this April is going to bring you a new start. A new start is coming. Just remember, the communication is the key, because someone is going to make you feel a little bit uncomfortable. You need to keep going. You need to keep going. You need to keep going, babies. Communication is the key. Communication is the key. It's important. And now also it's time to take action. This month, April, it's all about the action and making a first move indeed. Remember to balance spirituality and practicality at the same time. Remember to go to try to connect and reconnect in the forest somewhere, hug the tree and things like that. You know, this is going to give you the relevant balance of energy, which is going to reflect on you beautifully, and it's just going to keep you on top of the things, but at the same time you're going to heal yourself and you're going to heal that tree as well. It's vice versa. You give and you take. Indeed, nature asks, the same thing. So the same thing when you do with the grounding. Rather important, Sagittarius, if you can go and just ground yourself, touch the ground with your hands, touch the ground with your bare feet. It's important to feel that connection, a reconnection, and this is going to rejuvenate you, and also it's going to make you even more intuitive. So you're going to be able to get hold of the things around you that are floating in the space, you know, especially when it comes to the understanding and realization about the numbers and situation and things, you know, numbers repeating, like the signs, omens, you know, it's all connected. It's very deep and it's very spiritual indeed. Okay, so now basically when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Sagittarius, this is what I highly suggest. Make sure that you are meditating a little bit, because it's going to help you to relax. Make sure that you ground yourself, as I just said. Make sure that you're taking organic acerola cherry powder. And organic acerola cherry powder basically is like a natural source of vitamin C. Very important to boost your immune system by increasing vitamin C levels indeed. So if you can take like a 1 teaspoon of organic acerola cherry powder, a glass of water in the morning, drink it, and this is going to help you with cold, flu symptoms, like with the sore throat, with the headache that I think that you're going to be quite sensitive to. So organic acerola cherry powder in the morning, and also before you go to sleep at night. If you can do this throughout the month, it would be fantastic. Sorry, I just need to do this. Sorry, I apologize, and this has just been keep on happening. Oh gosh, see. La 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 la. This is important. Organic acerola cherry powder is so important. So in the morning and before you go to sleep as well. And also that is going to boost your immune system like there is no tomorrow. And also, like if you can take a vitamin D, it's also going to help you with your bones and boost your immune system. And zinc is going to help you to boost your immune system as well, alongside with a sensitivity in your mouth. I have seen this before as well, to you, sensitivity in your mouth. This is what zinc is going to help you with the healing, and also vitamin C, very very important. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, GP. Only your doctor, GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now the very first day, my gorgeous Sagittarini, is actually the 2nd of April. I highly suggest you to get something like a moldavite. Moldavite is one of the most powerful crystals you can possibly get, because it's very unique, it's very powerful, and it protects you in a very special and quite significant way, in particular when it comes to all sorts of negative energy, in particular when it comes to the connection with your spirituality, and also when it comes to further enhancement of your spiritual journey, but to understand things that you don't understand completely. This kind of helps your intuition to guide you on the way. On another hand, it's very good when it comes to communication, to talk to people who we don't normally like to talk to, and to express ourselves at the same time. Something that you're going to benefit from in April and May. This comes with a sterling silver setting, my gorgeous Sagittarinis, and sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. So now the 2nd of April, it's important because it's going to bring you satisfaction, accomplishment, very important moment in time when it comes to joy, and certain devotion is going to make take place. But this is going to feel really good because it's these emotions and feelings are going to come at the right moment, at the right time. Perhaps you were wondering something, perhaps you needed a little bit of love, emotions, but it's going to be important because you're going to understand something through this. You're going to realize something, in particular when it comes to you feeling stressed in the last 10 months, and especially when it comes to the certain excessive pressures as well. You will know at that moment in time that the very annoying stage of your life is going to coming to an end as of that moment in time, because you will know that there is a resolution coming. So the pressure will go down here right after this moment in time, from this moment in time indeed. On another hand, you know, the 2nd of April is also going to bring you the situation where you're going to feel like very important wisdom. You know, you're going to feel very strong and powerful wisdom. You're going to feel really deep and really important, especially for the second half of that day. It's just all about the wiseness and realization. These particular emotions are just going to make you to try to you're going to feel like you want to talk about mysteries and things like that, like deep things, powerful things. This is because you're going to start drifting in all sorts of dimensions when it comes to your spirituality, when it comes to your subconscious mind. Your spirit guides and your guardian angels are going to telling you all sorts of things, in particular when it comes to the actual promise. This is the time of an important activation, because some kind of judgment, you're going to make an important judgment here, and this is going to come from the serene knowledge. It's to do with, like, you know, certain spiritual penetration, you know, but also on another hand, you know, it's to do with the hidden emotion, something that inside you will want to work on, you will need to work on. Something very important is going to require from your attention, and that is going to be so significant when it comes to the hidden emotion, practicality, and also with the time when you will are restrained, which means that now you are reaching an important stage here where you can kind of like really make a certain necessary edit when it comes to your life. And it's important when it comes to work-life balance indeed. The second important couple of days are going to be on the 16th and the 17th of April. Now the 16th and the 17th of April are going to be very important because, you know, it's to do with like a little bit of emotional confusion that you're going to have. And the emotional confusion that you're going to have is just going to be like a little bit It's to do with the beginning, with the start of something very important. It's to do with the experience, but you will kind of like not feel ready. You will not feel ready, but then you're just going to feel like this unusual urge to go on and to move on. And that is like suddenly going to have a flip-flop moment, which is just yin-yang moment, really, flip-flop moment, which is just going to, from one situation, you're gonna kind of find yourself in a completely different situation. And this is nothing unusual, and because you will have an important sign, something is going to happen, something is going to take place, and you will know exactly that basically the results of an effort are nearly due. And this is very important because it's going to happen at the right moment, in the right time, and it's going to be like a spiritual petrol. When you need it the most, it's going to come to you, and it's going to refresh you. It's going to like give you power and lots of woomish energy to move on. It's important because at the same time you will know that the conclusion to something quite messy, something quite deep, something quite heavy in your life, and that it's in itself going to become a quite important moment in time of the actual inspiration, because you are going to learn something very, very special and very significant and very powerful about yourself. It's a very strong moment of your own personal illumination, because this is going to be quite significant, in particular when it comes to you having a quite important recognition with yourself, recognizing certain abilities are just going to become an absolutely ridiculously important moment in time here for you. The third important date is going to be on the 25th of April. Now, the 25th of April is just all about the actual relationships. This is going to be a very strong day when it comes to the society, and this is also going to be a very strong day when you're going to kind of like feel a little bit different in sense of relaxation. This relaxation is going to make you feel in a certain way like you didn't feel in a long time, and that is going to give you an idea how life could be, an idea how you want your life to be, an idea how you want to picture your life. And this is going to be an idea that is also at the same time going to help you to have a step in the completely beautiful and absolutely remarkable dimension, the step in the new direction, which is at the same time, as I said, going to become a whole new beginning. The promise at around the same time is just going to take place, because it is a lot to do with the moment in time when you wanted to do this, but you were distracted. So now this is going to be so good, and it's also going to bring you the certain knowledge. This certain knowledge is coming from the self-illumination, a bit of a hermit moment you're going to have, very important and very powerful, where the 25th and the 26th of April both are going to be quite hermitish, quite hermit moments. But these hermit moments, these 2 days, are also going to reveal something to you the very first thing in the morning. On the 25th and the 26th of April, on both these days, pay attention to what is on your mind at the very first thing in the morning. Please, I know it sounds weird, but it's going to come from somewhere completely different. It's going to come from a completely different dimension, and it's going to be completely connected to your life, but from a completely deepest possible level. So you may not even understand, but there are two different things that are going to be revealed to you the very first thing in the morning. You may not have this like very first thing in the morning, like on your mind straight away, like, oh my God, like, yeah, but it may come later on, like in a day, like an hour later or half an hour later or 2 hours later, but it's so much so connected to the first thing in the morning. On another hand, what else is important this 25th of April, it's the actual about the significant success as well when it comes to safety, when it comes to material attainment, when it comes to finding yourself in an advanced level, and also very important times very important time when it comes to the actual victory, and there will be a quite successful negotiation that is actually going to take place. You're going to realize here that a very big step is about to happen, a very, very big step is about to happen. You will know here how important this is actually going to be. Okay, so now my gorgeous Sagittarius, I'm just going to go right on the very first part of the actual April April. Now, the very first part of April is just going to be a completely different dimension, completely different vibration to the rest of the months this year. And this is going to happen right from the first week of April. And you are going to be one of the signs that are going to feel like a complete butterflies. Honestly, it's going to be remarkable, and you are going to be given the opportunity to look at your life and to feel your life, you know, from a completely different angle. This is really beautiful, and something very quick is going to take place, you know, an opportunity that you are going to take, and you will know this is literally going to be like your own Sagittarius arrow. Most certainly that opportunity is just going to go like that, like this, instead of like just going for a really, really long time. This is wonderful. This is important part of your own progress that is also going to be connected to December moment in time. December 2020 is going to be huge for you indeed, in particular when it comes to your own passion, and this is all going to be connected to it. The first part of April is going to bring you a beginning, and you're going to feel the bravery, and you're going to feel the self-esteem, and you're going to feel the courage that was missing before. Now the difference is going to be that you're part of this different vibration, and you will just go for it, for like a new, brand new path, brand new prospect, brand new project that is just going to be connected to unlimited possibilities, but also uncertain efforts that could have before put you off. Now you're just going to jump in the water, my Sagittarian, and swim like a little bambini. Yeah, it's important because this is about any significant financial opportunity. This is going to bring you financial opportunity. This is all about the financial opportunity, and also at the same time you're going to cast out certain restrictions by doing a necessary edit and abandonment of the certain parts of your life. Inheritance is going to be quite significant. You're going to hear about inheritance, and if you haven't got anybody to leave you an inheritance, then there is going to be a certain amount of money that is going to travel towards you, my gorgeous Sagittarius, but you are going to be aware of it here. And also an inspiration and potential, it's going to like kind of like the whole new inspiration and potential you're going to have here. There's a certain potential you're going to realize in something, and then there will be a very special and very powerful message that you're going to have from your own spirit guide, but not your own spirit guide, but like a guru, like the person who you really look up to, person who you really appreciate, person who you listen to when it comes to spirituality, like a guru person, you know, some kind of teacher. And it's important to say this, like a guru, you know, it's important to say this because this is going to be such an important moment in time, and you will feel a strong connection with your spiritual teacher, and somehow, you know, you will know that your spiritual teacher would would approve something for you, and this is to do with an inspiration and potential, and your spiritual teacher is just in your own special way going to confirm this to you, and you will know that this is the right time to actually just go for it. It's to do with who you are, but it's to do with the skill, it's to do with what you do, but it's also making sure that you understand that this is a very, very important step into an unknown in many different ways, because it's going to provide you with opportunities and directions that you wouldn't have before. By the time you get to the second part of April, you are going to find yourself being a little bit indecisive, but then, my gorgeous Sagittarius, it doesn't really matter, because whichever way you go, it's going to be brilliant. You just need, there are two different ways, but both ways are going to be beneficial for you, so there is no problem whatsoever. The only thing that I'm going to say to you is just be daring and be adventurous, because that is just going to not only help you to make an important decision and give you confidence and help you with an accomplishment, but it's also going to help you so much to understand certain things about yourself, and that knowledge is just going to be everything, because at that moment in time you're just going to start thinking in an advanced level, and out of the powerless situation, there is going to be the moment of liberation. Out of the powerless situation, there is going to be the moment of liberation that you're actually going to have. And this is important, you know, my gorgeous Sagittarius. This is very, very important. I'm going to be 1 second. Oh dear, my light is just keep going and going off. Sorry. La 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 la. Okay, I think I'm going to have to go and get a light. Sorry, I'm going to be 1 second. Oh dear Lord, I'm going to be 1 second. Sorry. Dear, okay, I definitely need to get a new light. I need to buy a new light. I need to buy a new light. I need to buy a new light. Oh Lord, here we go. Hello, Sagittarius. Sorry. I'm sorry. Mwah. Sorry, my gorgeous Sagittarius. Because the night belongs to lovers, because the night belongs to us, because the night belongs to lovers, because the night belongs to us, because the night belongs to lovers. My gorgeous Sagittarius, sorry. Basically, yes. So I was running down. So basically, yes. So this is important because powerless situation is going to become your strength. Powerless situation is going to have a flip-flop moment, and this is when things are going to change. It's so beautiful. You know, energy is the energy. When it's a bad energy, it's a bad energy. When it's a good energy, it's a good energy. So now, most certainly, this is going to have a really wonderful, magical moment, and things are going to start working for you, in particular when it comes to powerless situation. And now it's going to become the moment of liberation, an important time when it comes to the person of authority, an important time when it comes to like conversation and talking and doing and starting things, like trying things, testing things with the people and the person, one person in particular, when it comes to the actual authority, which means that you can kind of test the waters and you will know that you're going to feel safe. But above that, an authoritative person is really going to praise you up, and something that you were worrying about and it needed to come from a person of authority, now it's going to be confirmed to you that you can relax, and this is going to be so good because they're going to praise you, they're going to tell you something, and this is going to create an amazing starting point of your own spiritual awakening. It's so beautiful because by the time we get to the last part of April, my gorgeous Sagittarius, it's all about your recognition. It's all about you entering a very powerful and strong stage, you know. Yes, there will be a little bit of like you are going to kind of think about something, you know, some kind of unfortunate situation because somebody in your, you know, not that long ago kind of made you feel a little bit angry, or maybe they were reacting in a certain way that kind of hurt you a little bit. So this is also going to kind of require from you to pay attention to, and you will know what to do. It's important for you to make a necessary adjustment here, but it's so significant to say that at the end of April you will have a very strong connection with your past, which means that there is quite something very important waiting for you in your past. So this is also going to help you to shed a light on this particular situation, and it's emotionally going to enhance you. Emotionally, it's going to make you more powerful. So therefore, you will be kind of acting in such a more powerful way when it comes to your own self-esteem and power with a more enhanced strength. So you are going to deal with the problem and with the situation that is going to require from you to put a necessary input here, but it's important because it's to do with the people in your life. Okay, very, very important indeed. On another hand, you know, your intuition will be very strong, and your intuition is going to reveal something to you, you know, at around some point in the morning as well. This is going to be quite a significant moment in time. At around the end of the month, your intuition is going to reveal something to you. It's about a wish, something that you want to do, the direction that you want to take, not relevant to anything that I said so far. This is something completely different. Okay, and it's something that is causing you the satisfaction, but it's to do with a wish, and it's to do with a new stage, and it's to do with you making necessary changes. This is when that important vision is going to come through, which is going to, on one hand, help you to make an important decision when it comes to the certain opportunity that is going to happen at the same time, but also it's going to lead towards a recognition again, and resolution, very important resolution, which is just going to help you to make a quite significant decision here. It's so important because the decision that you're going to make at the end of April, it's going to be a very powerful decision, because it's on one hand going to provide you with a whole new perspective, with a whole new focus, and that moment in time is going to be a very important moment in time when it comes to your personal unfoldment, and especially when it comes to the whole new activation, because this is the time when the whole new harmony is going to come through, the time of inspiration, but also you're going to feel rather artistic at the same time. But it's to do with the practicality and security, and it's just like, a lot like that you couldn't understand, you're going to start understanding in this moment in time. But I do have to say that there is going to be a very strong urge to travel, very strong urge to like kind of explore things, very strong urge to try things for the first time, a very strong urge to explore as much as you can. But this is very important for you to do at the moment, because it's just basically all about a new beginning. But also you will know that there is the changes are coming, and it's happening like an ultimate change. But most certainly it's the wake-up call that you're going to have at the end of April that is going to change everything. And you're going to be surprised. Something is going to take such a powerful jump as in form of an unfoldment, and it's going to surprise you, and you're going to find yourself being on much advanced level that you possibly thought that you could be. And this is when things are going to start changing in the best possible way. Fantastic. The end of April is going to be brilliant, absolutely brilliant indeed. So now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, my go to Sagittarius, and I'm going to see who is actually what is going to happen with those of you in relationship. An important moment in time for those of you in relationship, because something is going to bring you closer together, something is going to make you stronger, and this is so important, and you will want to celebrate this. You will want to celebrate this closeness. Maybe you weren't too close, maybe you didn't have time to spend with each other, maybe you were fighting, however, something important is going to take place, and it needed to take place, and that importance is going to be the right essence, the real essence, the main essence, in order to bring you closer together. And you will make two important mind-blowing decisions. One decision is going to be to do with you two, like a certain ritual, but another decision is going to be like making an important like a decision, like an announcement, like in between each other, like what the next step is going to be. But it's a lot to do with the security and power and making like a really big move indeed. You see 5 of coins, and I'm liking this because this is coming to an end. Perhaps you see you were worrying about the finances, something that you needed finances for that prevented you to make certain plans. This is going to change. The finances are going to come through forward, and you are going to have a clear picture of things that you wanted to do. Time to go on the next step indeed. I highly also just suggest you to get like something like labradorite, very important to keep next to your bed when you go to sleep every single night throughout this month and in May, and that is going to help you with your own spirituality. That is going to help you to dream. It's going to help you to remember your dreams, and it's going to help you to make the sense of those dreams also that you don't normally make sense of. Very, very important labradorite crystal to have for you as well. And also, if you would like to buy this, the link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. And for those of you who are actually single and ready to mingy, it's an important moment in time. It's a quite complex situation, that it's quite few people you're going to meet. You're going to have a great time this month. You're going to have a lot of people like flirting with you. It's going to be quite wonderful in many different ways. My gorgeous Sagittarius, you're going to like this. Perhaps you didn't find time to go out as much before. Perhaps you haven't met lots of new people, but most certainly this month is going to be filled with people, new and old. And you're gonna like it. But in particular, when it comes to like love and flirty and things like that, it's going to be quite complex and very interesting, because lots of people are going to be flirting with you. You're going to have a great time, very magnetic energy throughout the month indeed. But also, when I say complex, first of all, you're going to meet few people, you're going to have a great time, that's fine. But there is one person in particular that you're going to like, and it's just like there is something going to be about them, there's something going to be unusual about them, something different, and you will know, because your intuition is going to be very strong. You will know that something is not right, and you will feel that there is a bit of like a hidden danger over there in sense of you stepping into this type of waters, and you will know this. And you will move away from that person on time, right before anything starts. So it's absolutely fine, and this is all part of your process. This is all part of your progress, and there's going to be an important lesson for you to learn. Why did I say this to you? Because the other complex is that there is someone very beautiful going to come. Someone very beautiful is about to manifest towards the end of the month. But first of all, you need to come across this person who is naughty, who you will sense some kind of a danger. And the reason why you're going to feel a danger is maybe you will kind of compare them to somebody else, and that comparison is going to be absolutely brilliant, because that comparison is going to be connected to somebody who is not the right person, or somebody who was already part of your life and it was like, no baby, no. So that's why you're just going to know, oh, hidden danger, hidden danger, hidden danger, and then you're going to move away from that person. But this is also on a much deeper level going to bring you a powerful lesson that you are going to learn. On another hand, by the end of the month, there is someone very important that is going to manifest, and that person is going to be the right person, somebody very beautiful, somebody whom you're going to see straight away in this beautiful angelic light, and that person is going to like you as well. But it's one step at a time. The things are going to take really slow, and most certainly this is important, because at the same time when you meet this person, there is going to be an omen that you are going to have, whether this is going to be in a sense of a little bird or a little cat, it depends, but most certainly there is going to be like a little omen that you're going to have, or it could be like just an animal that you can kind of relate yourself to, but it's just going to happen at the right moment, at the right time, when that animal is going to appear around you somehow, and you will know, you will feel it, you will sense it. This is going to be the part of the same dimension and vibration that you're going to feel, and you will know that this is the right person for you. So your right person that you're going to meet, someone rather warmish this month, you are most certainly going to have an omen around it, which is going to let you know that the time is near, my gorgeous Sagittarius. Okay, my gorgeous Sagittarius, I love you all so much. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing and light to every single one of you. Okay, my gorgeous Sagittarius, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.